Our buddy Bill Burr is on the line. Bill.
Yo.
Sorry to make you wait, Bill. That wasn't on purpose. We're just
all right.
trying to go through some things here. Hi, sweetie.
Hey, what's up, Jim? Yo, what did that lying cocksucker say last Friday?
Patrice?
Jesus
Because it started a whole thing on whackbag.com.
He is
like, now the listeners are voting to ban Bill, if we should ban Bill Burr from the program.
Oh, it's hilarious. He called up the Mancow Show completely unprepared. He bombed. It was hilarious. And then somehow he goes on your show and blamed it on me. It was a smear campaign that, like, fucking Dick Cheney should hire him. I actually tried to save him.
Wow, now this is something he would definitely deny.
Here's the setup, by the way. Bill was in Chicago over the weekend. By the way, people are saying you killed in Chicago. Want to get that out of the way. So he was in Chicago promoting his comedy gig, and he was on Mancow Show. Someone we openly hate, by the way, but that's none of our businesses.
You know, yeah.
No, it really isn't. I mean, we have personal shit against the guy, whatever, but we would never tell any of you guys where to go, obviously. So you were in studio doing your thing. Patrice called in to promote Web Junk 20. You're saying he bombed horribly, and
this is what happened.
But Patrice said this is what started, that you were there, and basically on Mancow's side, and said something like, "Come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio. You got to give the people something," or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened. God, he's just a son of a bitch. He calls up the show. First of all, he kept going, okay, we got Patrice coming up, blah, 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 from, the VH1 thing. I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. Patrice is going to be, he's going to be on, right? So I'm in studio with, like, 6 other jackasses, and in defense of Patrice, Mancow is a dick. Unbelievable cocksucker. He's always turning down the fucking mics, and the second I walked in, he started breaking my balls. But, like, the club let me know. They were like, all right, this guy is a dick. He's going to break your balls, blah, 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 whatever, right? So Patrice calls in. He finally goes to Patrice, and Mancow was playing some sort of clip, and they go, okay, let's go to Patrice. And Patrice is kind of laughing at the clip, and he just goes, yeah, that's some funny shit. And then Mancow, like, fucking eyes go cross. He's got to dump all the shit out. So he starts off on the wrong foot, cursing, right? So I say to try to save it, like Mancow's going, what the hell are you doing? This is fucking free radio, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that. And I just threw out, I go, yeah, come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite. Like, ha-ha, like that thing. Looking back, I probably should have said this wasn't HBO or something like that, but I said that shit trying to help him out. Then Mancow kind of snapped it, goes, yeah, this is free radio, and it's funny, or something like that, right? So he goes, hey, Patrice, Bill's in studio. Do you know Bill? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah. And I go, hey, Patrice, what's up? And he just gives me some half-ass, yeah, hey, and then laughed. And I could tell right then he did not want to do the interview. He didn't have his fucking energy was down. He had no stories. He goes to do his first fucking clip. Mancow fucking goes, I saw that clip on the fucking internet like 10 years ago. And right there, I'm like, all right, Patrice is going to smash him. And he had nothing. And then Mancow goes, all right, you're not funny. Or whatever, the show isn't funny. And he fucking hung up on him.
Ooh,
and, dude,
that's
I'm
brutal.
going to say right now, I fucking died laughing. And that son of a bitch, this wasn't an Opie and Anthony thing. He fucking tried to blame everything. This was a comedian to comedian watching another friend of yours bomb. It's like watching a friend of yours fall down the fucking stairs. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? And not only that, Patrice is the king. He invented that game of you're not funny, I'm hanging up on you. He's hung up on me 30,000 times this year already. So to see it happen to him was fucking hilarious. And he lied and said that I called him after the show. He called me. I returned his phone call. And he tried to worm his way out of the fact that he stunk and wasn't prepared to do that show. And he blamed me for the bomb, he blamed Mancow, and he blamed you guys. He goes, Mancow knew that I was fucking on the Opie and Anthony show and blah, blah. It's like, Patrice, you're not famous. You host a fucking clip show on VH1. You're the fucking Black Mo Rocker. Just fucking hype your show show. He didn't do it. He got hung up on, and then it's like my fault. Like, what was I supposed to there was like nothing to defend. He ate his balls, and plus, if that happened the other way around, he would have laughed his ass off at me on the air, and then he would have called up every comedian he knew and had a conference call and would have trashed me for an hour. I would have laughed it off. That would have been it. I wouldn't have gone on Opie, your guys' show and thrown me under the bus like it was my fault.
I don't think you said it was your fault. Like, I don't think you said that it was your fault he bombed. It just, I think you felt kind of, like you kind of left him swinging.
Patrice?
Why speculate on what Patrice said?
Yeah, Patrice
when we have him on the line.
Patrice.
Well, listen, I just heard that horseshit tirade Billy just said.
It wasn't a tirade. That was the truth.
Okay. Listen, this is exactly what happened. Ready? Yeah. This is exactly what happened. Didn't even deserve... See, the energy I gave the situation was Mancow. Didn't give Billy too much energy. Didn't throw you under the bus, Billy. Just you were there, so your name had to be up there. Basically, I get on the show. I go, oh, man, that shit was funny. Swore, right? Mancow, I said, oh, man, I'm sorry. Apologetic, sorry about that. So Billy goes, and you stop me, Billy, when it's all wrong. At what point was the morning excitement when I was bombing? Let me know when I was bombing. Yo, that was some funny shit, dude.
Dude, I heard...
Wait a minute.
I know when you don't want to be doing something. You didn't want to be doing that fucking interview, dude. And when I yelled and I said, come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio, I thought that was going to be funny, dude. I was trying to fucking help you out.
Did you hear that? I was trying to help you out. Now... You didn't. So,
yes,
Mancow, wait a minute.
I didn't, not have your back. You know you should be mad at? You should be mad at the people who told you to call that station and didn't tell you that guy was going to be a dick. Dude, you realize that there was 6 other guests in that studio on mic, and every 2 seconds, Mancow fucking brings all the mics down, and I was in studio for like 15 minutes trying to figure out what the fucking vibe of that show was as that guy kept coming at me, trashing me.
I never said that you were supposed to save me, Billy. I'm just telling the story. Why do
I have like 200 fucking emails saying that I can't believe you hung Patrice out to dry and all that shit?
Yeah, but that was from people's own opinion, Billy. I'm going to tell the story again. Right? I'm going to tell the story again. I get on Mancow. I go, oh, that was some funny shit. Listening to the clips and stuff he was playing. So I'm trying to ingratiate myself on some corporate horse shit. Now, I'm not disagreeing. It was just some old, hey, watch Web Junk 20 shit. That's what it was. So I go, oh, sorry about that. He goes, yeah, all right. And then you go, hey, yeah, Patrice, this is not satellite radio. I go, okay, Billy. And he goes, yeah.
No. Then he goes, hey, we got
this is free radio.
That's he introduced us, Patrice. How the fuck did you know I was already in studio?
He goes, yeah, this is free radio, and it's funny. All right, get to your show, man.
No. You're skipping over the part where he introduced us and you fucking blew me off.
Oh, okay, that's some new shit that I didn't know about.
You were doing your, hey, I don't feel like fucking doing this. You didn't want to fucking do it, Patrice.
How's this sounding right now? But let me talk, Billy. You might not sound as fucking stupid.
What do you mean? Dude, you came in there and sat there. I didn't even get to fucking interrupt you. You talked about me for all day on Friday.
Well, you just did. Now I'm on the phone.
Dude, I know you're full of shit is you reached out to Voss for an alliance on Friday. When have you ever reached out to Voss and say, oh, I'd never trash him again. Those phone-ins are difficult.
I get on the phone. You do what you do, right? Never didn't blame you. I'm just telling you that's a part of the story, right? So Mancow goes, yeah, right, yeah. This free radio is funny. The blasey, right? Then he proceeds, his boy, one of the people in the studio goes, yeah, I saw the clip about the farting preacher or whatever. Mancow goes, yeah, I did that on my show 10 years ago. Yeah. You know what's funny? Go to what's his name? Fucking JimmySchubert.com. He has funny stuff on his. Yeah. All right. Click.
No.
At what point?
And then you.
At what point?
Back right there. And
wait a minute. At what point was I bombing?